Hey, it's Whitney from EcoVeganGal.com and welcome back to the What a Vegan Eats channel, where I share what I eat on a daily basis. And I'm starting off my day with a smoothie. This has blueberries and mango in it, plus some coconut milk. And I added in this new product called Turmeric Boost. It's a turmeric powder from Gaia Herbs that I got from the Natural Products Expo. And it wasn't very sweet, so I added in a few drops of stevia. And it's still not very sweet, but it's hitting the spot nonetheless. It's nice and filling and hydrating. And then I'm having more of the Colat Superfood blueberry, vanilla, chia, cashew. long product name there. On top of the whisk gluten-free bread. It's so satisfying. This is the last slice of whisk I have left. But I am enjoying it thoroughly, and it is another gorgeous day in LA. It is just so nice here, and soaking up some sunshine. Probably, I might be going to Pilates tonight, but I've just been enjoying hiking so much. I hiked yesterday instead of yoga. We'll see where the day leads me, but right now I'm just gonna enjoy the food and the smoothie out in the nice sun. I'll see you later. For lunch, I made this pasta dish with brown rice and quinoa pasta, asparagus, red bell pepper, and some steamed kales mixed in there as well. And then sprinkled with some nutritional yeast, salt, pepper, and a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of pumpkin seed oil. I wanted to give you a little summary of what I had the rest of the day, even though I didn't really document it as I was eating it. After I had that wonderful dish, I went to Pilates at my yoga studio, which is not something I do very often, but when it fits in my schedule and I really feel like working my core, which I honestly should be doing some really heavy core work more frequently. It depends, like sometimes my yoga classes help out a lot, but that's definitely the part of my body that I want to focus on the most. So this was a good reminder tonight to do that. And after that, I don't think I had anything before I went to dinner, but I went to dinner at Gracias Madre, which is a organic Mexican restaurant in Los Angeles that originated in San Francisco and has been one of my favorite restaurants for years and years. And it's really such a fantastic place to meet people. So I think, did I tell you about, I had a meeting there last week. I don't think I mentioned that in my videos, but it just so happened that people I went with tonight wanted to go. I was with Leanne, who runs Vote Couture. If you don't know her amazing company yet, you have to check it out. She makes the best vegan coats for men and women, and now offers all sorts of other wonderful clothing. I have one thing from her, I think, and it's my favorite coat that I've ever owned. And we were joined by a variety of different people. There were some people from Mercy for Animals, which is an incredible vegan organization if you don't know about them yet. So check them out. If I remember, I'll put links down below to both of those companies. And I had the same thing I had last week for my meeting, which was their Trace Bowl. And it had kale, quinoa, butternut squash. I'm blanking on what else. I added mushrooms to it, and it was really good. And it comes with this delicious pesto cashew sauce. And it wasn't insanely filling, I do have to say. I still feel hungry right now, and I've snacked a little bit since that meal. I also had a few bites of one of my all-time favorite foods from Gracias Madre, which is their quesadilla. Since I'm avoiding corn right now, I just ate the inside of this quesadilla, but the corn tortillas are handmade, and they're unbelievable, this texture. And they have this cashew sauce on top and butternut squash inside and pumpkin seeds and cilantro. So good. And I also had a few bites of guacamole, even though avocado is not on the histamine list. I actually went a little off the histamine list today. You know, I had more cashews, I had the avocado, and then after dinner, there wasn't anything on their menu that I wanted for dessert, so I went to Whole Foods on my way home and got one of the Theo's peanut butter cups. They're so good. Have I mentioned these before? They're really, really delicious. They're all organic and fair trade, and they're soy free. There's no palm oil in them, and they're just a really, really nice treat. And even though I was trying to avoid chocolate, I actually went to Whole Foods looking for something other than chocolate, and I wandered around the aisles, and I was like, screw it. I'm having chocolate and peanut butter, which is what I really wanted. But, you know, it's so frustrating. I'm not a big vanilla fan. I'll have it every once in a while, but it doesn't excite me. And like some of the other options were like cinnamon, and actually that's not on the low histamine either, or maple, or I don't know, I just love chocolate so much. And I had this, and I really enjoyed it, and I actually have not had a reaction to it yet. I do feel a little phlegmy in the back of my throat, but I don't know if it's from that specifically. I just don't know. I think I'll just like have it when I really want the craving, but try to avoid it. And I didn't seem to react to the avocado either, so who knows? Another experiment. And then I got home and was still feeling hungry, so I actually made some quesadillas using the brown rice tortillas and some Daya cheese. I had a few of those, and that hit the spot. And I think I might have some brown rice cereal and coconut milk before I go to bed. But I did have 2 really hearty meals today, and I had a good breakfast, so I ate a lot of food today. I don't know why I still don't feel that full. Maybe it was the Pilates or all the hiking or whatever, but the good news is I feel so much better than I did the past week and a half. My energy level is finally back up. I got so much sleep last night. I even took a nap today. I had a lot of sleep the night before. I've been drinking lots of water. I've been exercising. I've been eating mostly well. And I also had, out of desperation today, because earlier today I did not feel energized at all, and it was concerning because I knew I had to go out and meet friends. I had this new energy drink, which I'll talk about later when I feel like getting it. I don't feel like pulling it out right now. I think the company's called Wojo. I think it's Wojo. And it's these like little energy like drinks, but they're like in concentrated form, and you pour them in water. And they're interesting. I just found them, they just came out, I guess, this year. And I think they were launched at Expo, was my interpretation, but they seem to have worked. But I think it was also, that kind of like got me over that hump. So sometimes I don't have caffeine very frequently, and especially on the low histamine diet, I'm not supposed to. And I'm not actually 100% sure if there's caffeine in the drink or if it's another source of energy, but I'll have an energy source of some sort every once in a while when I need to get over an energy hump, and you know, sleep isn't enough and food isn't enough and exercise isn't enough. I'm like, okay, fine, I'll have some extra help. And I think that definitely did help. So hopefully I won't need to take it again for a while, but I think it's nice to have something like that as a backup. But I definitely feel more like myself that I have in a while, which is awesome. So hopefully I'll be back on track and finally get those expo videos done on the main Eco Vegan Gal channel and all the other stuff I'm supposed to be doing. All right, well, and then speaking of which, I hope to be back. I mean, I will continue to do my best to do these daily videos until I get back into the full frame of energy that I usually am. So I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, well, actually, I always like to ask you a question. Okay, first of all, what is your favorite source of energy? What gives you the biggest boost of energy when you need it? And do you have a backup like I do? Like if all the other like energy techniques don't work, what's your backup? And then I also wanted to know if any of you do Pilates. And if so, do you, did I mention earlier that I was doing floor Pilates, not the Pilates with the machine? So if you do Pilates, if you do you do like it on the floor, just kind of like, I guess they're called floor Pilates, or do you do it on a machine? There are so many different styles of Pilates, so I'm curious. And there were actually a number of men in the class tonight too, so guys, I'm asking you as well. I think there was at least 3, maybe 4 guys in the class. I was impressed. You know, some of the moves feel a little feminine, but I know a lot of guys that love Pilates classes. So guys, if you've never been because you're afraid it's not like masculine enough, try it. It is tough. The guys actually were like making the most grunting sounds. So they were getting a good workout. All right, I'll see you tomorrow.